So if you're watching this video, you're obviously interested in a couple things: investing in real estate and investing in real estate without your own money. In this video upcoming, I identify 12, I don't even have enough fingers, 12 ways that you can buy real estate without using your own money. Let's go. So let's give you 12 options. Right, here's 12 options, and we're going to take a dive into some of the training here today. Is going to be applicable to almost all the options in the 4 building blocks that we're going to talk to. So here are the 12 options. Now, guys, if you're taking notes, I hope you have yourself a pen and paper, or if you're watching on your mobile, maybe take a screenshot of these slides as they come up after they're completed and Facebook them out, tweet them out, share them out, write a blog post, whatever you want. These are 12 options on how to buy real estate without using your money. So number 1 is the simple one, I think. Let's start simple and then let's get to the more complex. Is you can go to the bank, right? Think about it for a second. If the bank's putting up 75, 80%, 65, 80%, 85%, whatever the loan to value is, the banks are going to be putting up some money. They also might give you additional lines of credit. They also borrow against other equity. They might also give you unsecured lines of credit. They might give you those things. So really, that is an option, is to make sure you go to the banks and you tap out with the banks. Then there's private lenders out there. Right now, the private lending space is just exploding. I see an awful lot of the Wild West that's going on out there. And there's maybe I'll shoot an entire video on private lending, which I did with my members of the Raising Capital Academy. We had an entire webinar for an hour and a half, and we went into private lending, how to protect yourself as the borrower, how to protect yourself as the lender, how the documents, all this stuff. Maybe I'll do another training for you guys there as well. But private lending is a wonderful resource there. The RSPs, there's trillions of dollars sitting in RSPs. And guys, did you know that you can use other people's RSPs to invest in real estate? That is a wonderful strategy. And then the other one here is a vendor take-back mortgage. Vendor take-back mortgage is a very sophisticated strategy to use other people's money. Essentially, you're using the seller's money as part of the money to buy the property. Now, I have a couple asterisks beside this one just to remind me to make a quick announcement. Guys, stick around to the end. And if you are interested, I have a killer free gift that I'm going to offer to each and every one of you that are on live here today, and it has to do with vendor take-back, with a vendor take-back training, okay? And that's all I'm going to say. You have to stick around to the end because I believe people that come out live and stick around to the end should get all the rewards. So the next one here, I'm going to go through these a few quick. My intention is not to teach each and every one of them. Let's put it this way. There are entire training programs and courses that just teach each one of these topics in and of itself. There's lease options, there's rent to owns, there's agreements for sale, there's purchase for sale, there are different names in different provinces. There's limited partnership, offering memorandums, there's syndications, all different avenues that you can use. And then it's funny, and then there's REITs, debt investors, equity investors, and then the last one is joint ventures. And the reason why I left joint ventures at the end and I put it in big and bold is I call joint ventures the gateway. I call it the gateway of raising capital because and I know some large institutional investor real estate experts that still do joint ventures to this day. But think about it for a second. I think everybody can do it, whether it's your first one or it's your 1,000th one. I think a joint venture is a wonderful way of doing it. It's often the gateway into one of those other strategies that we talked about. It's actually, I call it an enhancer strategy too, that you can take joint venture and then add that on top of another thing that you're doing as well. What was one of the other examples I heard? Oh, good friend of mine, Travis McConaughey. He does joint venture on his farmland out in Saskatchewan. He owns the land. He joint ventures with another farmer in the area. The other farmer comes in and they farm the land, and Travis gets paid for that. And he does a joint venture. He gives them the land and he gives them all the machinery, not machinery. He gives them all the space and the quonsets and all the farm area. And then he does a joint venture and he makes money off of that joint venture of his farmland. Okay, so there's multiple different ways you can do this. I sure hope this video got your creative juices flowing about how you can build a portfolio without using your own money. If you're interested in continuing your journey, there's a whole heap of videos that are waiting here for you. So 2 things from here, if you could do. Number 1 is below. There'll probably be a little picture of myself. Please subscribe to this channel. And number 2 is over here will be a hand-selected video for you to continue your journey to become a successful real estate investor. Talk to you soon.